Hello friends! The red snapper has a long pyramid-shaped body and a very attractive appearance, usually pink-red or pink-orange in color, with yellow or white streaks on its back and faint stripes on its belly. They have smooth scales and large eyes. The red snapper's pectoral fins are often bright yellow or red, making them stand out underwater. Fishing for red snapper with a fishing rod is an exciting activity and requires skill, especially when facing this powerful fish. The ideal time to fish for red snapper is usually at night or early morning, when they are most active. After choosing the location and time to fish, anglers need to prepare appropriate equipment. Fishing rods should have adequate stiffness and tension to handle the power of the red snapper. Accompanied by fishing line with a strength of 20 to 50 pound test. To fish for a red snapper, use a hook size 20 to 40 depending on the size of the fish you want to catch. Lure selection is another important step. Prepare bait carefully and firmly to ensure effectiveness in fishing. Popular and effective baits include sardine, flounder, fresh or frozen shrimp. Anglers can also use small crabs or larger crustaceans as bait. You can also make your own bait from fish and shrimp by pureeing them into a bait mixture, or using artificial baits such as jigging lures. When using bait, make sure it is firmly and securely attached to the hook to successfully attract the red snapper's attention. When fishing for a red snapper, put the rod in the water and wait until you feel a tilt or heaviness on the rod, which is a sign that the fish has taken the bait. When you see this sign, gently lift the fishing rod and start fishing by loosening the fishing line. After catching a red snapper, anglers need to handle the fish carefully to avoid being stabbed by the fish's fins. Additionally, anglers need to measure and check local regulations regarding the minimum size of red snapper to be retained. To ensure environmental protection and comply with local regulations, anglers should comply with rules regarding size limits and numbers of fish kept. Fishing is an enjoyable activity, but always respect and protect marine fish resources to maintain the abundance of other species and marine life. In addition to fishing red snapper with a fishing rod, there is also a more adventurous way than using spearfishing. Before starting, you need to prepare necessary equipment such as spear gun, fish knife, mask, snorkel and scoop to move underwater smoothly. Once in the water and find the red snapper, proceed hunting with caution. To shoot red snapper, you need to approach them alertly so as not to scare them. Use the spear gun accurately and firmly, aiming at the fish's weak points to ensure efficiency and ethics in fishing. Finally, always be safe when spearfishing and follow environmental protection rules. By spearfishing is not only an adventurous sport, but also an opportunity to enjoy the beauty of the ocean and explore underwater life. After catching red snapper fish, it should be washed thoroughly under cold water to remove dirt and impurities on the surface of the fish. Use a fish knife or a scaler to remove scales from the fish's skin. Work from tail to head to ensure all scales are removed. Then, using a fillet knife, place the blade parallel to the fish's spine and cut from the tail toward the head. It is necessary to gently control the knife to separate the fish meat from the backbone, maintaining the desired thickness of the meat slices. Once you have finished filleting from the back of the fish, turn the fish to fillet from the belly. Do the same as the back. Adjust the fillet knife to separate the fish meat from the bones, keeping the slices thin and even. Once the fillet is complete, check the slices to make sure all bones have been removed and there are no scales left on the meat. The red snapper fish fillet process requires skill and care to obtain fresh and clean meat slices. Red snapper fish meat is bright white, has a smooth texture and sweet, supple flesh. The flavor of this fish meat is gentle and characteristic, suitable for many types of sea dishes. Red snapper fish meat is a source of high-quality protein, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and high in vitamins and minerals such as vitamin D, potassium, and selenium. This is a food that is beneficial for heart and brain health. Rice is a staple food, an essential part of cuisine in many cultures. Do you know anything about the process of creating this grain? Let's explore Taiwan, one of the places where rice is a major food staple. Rice is an important agricultural crop belonging to the poaceae family, commonly grown worldwide to produce rice, a staple food for humans. Rice plants, Oryza sativa, are typically cultivated in warm and humid climates, especially in regions with extensive irrigation systems or abundant rainfall. Rice can be grown once or twice a year, depending on the climatic conditions and geographical location of the cultivation area. Rice plants grow into tall, slender grasses with slender leaves, bearing clusters of flowers at the ends of branches. After harvest, rice grains are separated and processed to produce rice, a basic and important food for many cultures worldwide. In addition to rice production, rice is also used for various other purposes, such as animal feed, raw material for beer and liquor production, as well as an ingredient in some other industrial products. Rice also plays an important role in maintaining biodiversity and environmental protection, especially in soil retention and erosion prevention. The region I'll take you to this time to participate in the rice cultivation process is Yunlin. With its flat terrain and warm climate, it has contributed to making it one of the largest rice-producing areas in Taiwan. The rice cultivation process begins with soil and seed preparation. The soil must be prepared to ensure it contains basic nutrients to support rice plant growth. Key elements include nitrogen, N, phosphorus, P, potassium, K, and minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus. Nitrogen is needed for protein production and leaf development. Phosphorus is crucial for plant reproduction and root system, while potassium is needed to balance water and enhance plant tolerance. Additionally, organic matter needs to be provided to improve soil structure and provide long-term nutrients. Note that the soil must also be cleaned, leveled, and placed on trays with good drainage systems. Seeds are selected from reliable sources and then sown into the soil on trays. Finally, gently press the soil to ensure good seed contact with the soil and retain moisture. Wooden trays are stacked, taken out to the field by truck, and moved onto the field via a conveyor system. In the field, farmers will receive wooden trays and arrange them under the field according to the planting plan. When the rice plants reach the stage of young seedlings, usually after about 3 to 4 weeks of germination, when they have about 3 to 4 true leaves and reach a height of about 15 to 20 centimeters, they will be large enough to transplant to the field. Farmers will prepare young seedlings, put them on a conveyor belt, and move them to the rice fields. The rice seedlings will be automatically transplanted by a transplanting machine. The machine will automatically place the seedlings into the soil at the predetermined spacing and depth. The seedling planting mechanism in the machine ensures that the seedlings are planted evenly and accurately across the entire field area. After the seedlings are planted, the transplanting machine will continue to move forward to plant the remaining strips or parts of the field. This process is repeated until the entire field area is fully planted. In the first few weeks, rice plants will grow rapidly in both height and weight. The roots will grow deeper and wider, helping rice plants absorb water and nutrients from the soil. The leaves will also grow rapidly, creating a dense green canopy. After about 2 to 3 months of sowing, rice plants will begin to enter the flowering stage. Once flowering is complete, the clusters of flowers will turn yellow and ripe. This is a sign that the seeds are ready for harvest. Ripe rice, also the time of harvest after months of care and waiting. Before harvesting, farmers will usually check and prepare machinery, including harvesters, to ensure they operate efficiently. The harvester has a cutting part, usually a blade or a mechanical cutting system, designed to cut rice plants at the appropriate height from the base, about 2 to 3 centimeters. After the rice plants are cut, the harvester will continue to harvest the seeds from the rice plants. This process involves separating the rice grains from the stems and leaves of the rice plants and collecting them into a container or storage system. The harvested rice grains will be taken to the next processing steps at rice processing plants, including cleaning, sorting, and packaging. Harvested rice grains usually contain attached husks. This process begins with cleaning the rice grains to remove external impurities through a large sieve. The husker typically uses a fan or blade to peel the husk from the rice grain. As the rice passes through the machine, the fan or blade vibrates and removes the outer husk layer, thereby separating the husk from the grain. Once the milling and husking process is complete, the obtained rice grains will be packaged in rice bags or rice boxes. Cleaned and processed rice grains will be measured and filled into packaging materials. After the rice is filled into the packaging, it will be sealed and sealed to ensure safety and quality. Finished rice bags are stored in warehouses and ready for transportation to retail outlets or other distribution points, where the products will be delivered to consumers. In the daily meals of Asians, rice is an essential part. Cooked rice is used to accompany various dishes. Do you know how American fishermen make billions of dollars from shrimp fishing? Let's find out together. Shrimp is a popular and diverse seafood belonging to many different families. One of the most common shrimp families is the Penidae family, which includes species like the blue shrimp, red shrimp, and white shrimp. These are commercially important shrimp with sweet meat and are widely farmed. Additionally, there's the Nephropidae family, containing lobster species such as the European lobster, American lobster, and Australian lobster. The meat of these types of shrimp is highly valued for its taste and is considered a delicacy. Each shrimp family has its own characteristics, contributing to the diversity in the world of shrimp and meeting the diverse needs of consumers. On the Atlantic coast of the United States, shrimp are mainly found in the waters off Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. They typically inhabit soft mud at depths ranging from about 30 to 1,000 feet. Shrimp have a habit of moving according to changes in water temperature by season. They are most common in warmer waters in late winter and spring, when water temperatures are at their lowest. Currently, American fishermen are leading the seafood industry in the United States, especially in shrimp harvesting. Every year, they catch billions of shrimp, mainly in the Gulf of Mexico and the South Atlantic Ocean. This industry not only supports the local economy, but also significantly contributes to the global seafood market. Join me as we follow the fishermen offshore to learn about their adventures, journeys, and how they catch billions of shrimp for a massive profit. Shrimp are caught in the coastal waters of the Atlantic Ocean of the United States through various methods. The first type is shrimp caught on small boats using circular nets and released into the sea. In this case, fishermen can usually only catch shrimp near the shore and in estuarine areas. The size of the catch will depend on the amount of shrimp they collect, but it is usually not as large as those caught by larger vessels. The second type is shrimp caught by the trolling method, a fishing method using one or more fishing lines or nets, pulled through the water by a boat or fishing vessel. In this method, fishermen spend about 3 weeks on the boat and catch shrimp in offshore waters. The main feature of this method is the troll net, a large net that sinks to the ocean floor and is pulled behind the fishing boat, shaped like a cone similar to a troll, making it easier to catch shrimp as the net glides gently through the ocean floor. Many shrimp-catching vessels have also installed shrimp detection systems to help increase efficiency and reduce waste. Sensors are attached to the nets to capture the sound of shrimp when they come into contact with the net. The signals from the sensors are then transmitted to the ship's control room. Shrimp detection through sound sensors not only helps increase catching efficiency, but also minimizes negative impacts on the environment by reducing the number of unnecessarily caught shrimp. During the process of catching shrimp with giant nets, all activities are carried out carefully and professionally to ensure efficiency and safety. The net will be lowered to a depth of about 300 to 500 meters for about 25 minutes. Then, after about 6 hours, when all fishermen are ready, the net will be pulled up. Everyone focuses on their work with caution, as a small mistake can be dangerous. As the net is pulled up, the vessel begins to collect shrimp from the net. Each net pulling is about 6 hours apart, and each day, this vessel harvests a total of 32 tons of shrimp. On board, shrimp undergo initial processing to remove algae and other impurities. Typically, this is done by placing shrimp in a tank of filtered water to remove impurities. Refrigeration or ice systems are often used to maintain the proper temperature for shrimp when the vessel has harvested enough shrimp and returned to port. At the port, shrimp are processed and prepared for the market. The process of packaging live fresh shrimp and frozen shrimp is a thorough and careful process, carried out with special attention to preserving quality and ensuring food safety. For live fresh shrimp, the process begins with selecting each shrimp one by one and thoroughly cleaning them to remove any dirt on the surface. Then, shrimp are prepared by removing the shell and head and gut before packaging. Each shrimp is typically packed in individual bags or boxes, keeping each shrimp separate and not mixed together. For frozen shrimp, a similar process is carried out after shrimp have been pre-processed by cleaning, shell removal, and head removal. Shrimp are then packed into larger bags or containers, usually containing a large quantity of shrimp per package. Finally, both types of shrimp are fully labeled with information about the packaging date, origin, and storage instructions. This is not only a high-quality protein source with low fat, but also provides many essential vitamins and minerals such as vitamin B12, vitamin D, selenium, and zinc. Therefore, shrimp is considered one of the most valuable seafood items in the United States. However, due to the high demand, shrimp fishing and farming can have negative impacts on the environment, such as environmental pollution and depletion of ocean resources. Therefore, efforts are needed to enhance sustainable management and protect natural shrimp resources. We genuinely appreciate your support and enthusiasm for our channel. Your continued viewership means the world to us, and we are committed to providing valuable content that enriches your knowledge and endeavors. Thank you wholeheartedly for being a part of our community.